Hey guys, just getting out of work here. Let me tell you guys what happened to me today. Let me see. Let me get out of this. On the way to work, right? On the way to work, we saw this lady. It was 6:45 in the morning. Okay, 6:45, and we saw this woman jogging on the side of the road, and she looked tired. She was going, running up the hill and stuff, and she did not have some MP3 on her ears and stuff. She was not listening to music. She was only, trying to keep up the pace, and it caught my attention, right? That it was so early in the morning. Now, I bet she was tired. I bet she was sore. She was sweating. It looked like she had been running for a while. Now, that makes me wonder why she was outside running, right? So early. So, when most people would just be waking up. I don't know if she had the day off or she had things going on. I bet she did, but she managed to find the time in the morning to go out for a jog, right? She was not a very skinny woman, just to say, But what got my attention, it was the fact that she was out there so early. She was getting it done. Then again, I don't know her reasons. Maybe she wanted to lose some weight. Maybe she wanted just to stay in shape. I don't know. Maybe she was doing it for health reasons, right? But then again, I like the fact that she was out there. She was doing something. Right? She was moving, she was running, and whatever her reasons were. Now my question is, what's your why? Right? Have you guys ever wondered what's the reason you wake up every morning? Right? What's my why? Let's say you have kids, you gotta, see the man getting up really early in the morning because he's got a family to take care of, he's got kids to think of, right? And even though the man is never home. Sometimes, same thing for some women out there. They got lots of bills to pay. They got kids to take care of. They're single moms, and they gotta put in the work, and they do it regardless. They manage. They have a lot going on in their lives, which I think everyone does. So, and myself, including me. And but then again, whatever your reasons are to do just about anything, but what caught my attention, it was she was exercising, she was moving around, she looked really tired, and it looked like she did not want to give up, and that I loved it. I loved watching that. I take my hat off to this lady that was doing it. And then I look back at me and I say, then it reminds me of the reason why I do things. Like the why. What's your why, right? It's just awesome to see that some people are out there getting something done, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Whatever you do, there is not a perfect exercise designed right for you. No, as long as you're moving and doing something, it's just great to see that. And get out of this intersection here. But I loved watching that, guys. It's just it amazes me that that just makes me think I am not the only one, right? I love it. I love seeing it, because even though there are not so many, there's not so many like you guys out there that you can actually compare yourself to and say, you know what, maybe I'm going through something like that person's going through. And you know, I like it. I like seeing that I'm not the only one. You know, I'm on my journey, right? On my personal journey, just like any of you. And I like seeing that in somebody else, right? I mean, let's be honest. There's always been haters out there. People say, no, why you doing this? Why you doing that? You know, why not? That's all I say. Why not? Whatever you do that makes you happy, that brings you happiness, even though, you know, to get a reward, we all know we gotta put the work in, right? You want to lose some weight, you gotta put the work in. You gotta sweat, and you're gonna be sore the next day. I mean, you gotta put the work in. You show up to the first day on the job, right? You don't demand your paycheck. You gotta work through the whole week, and then be like, okay, how much I got, right? Depending how much work and how many hours you put in. I mean, that's a reward, right? So you work hard, you get a big reward. You work little, you get no reward. And to tell you guys the truth, it is a lot harder to start over than to just maintain. Maintaining is a lot easier than starting all over, because imagine, it's just when you're riding a bike, right? That the hardest part is just to get it going, to get the rhythm, to get the speed. Once you gain some momentum in life, or whatever you're doing, again, like I said, just to keep up with the speed, it'll be 10 times easier than starting over. That's why so many people, I believe that's why so many of us give up so soon, right? Because we're starting over every time. I hear a lot of people say, hey, I'm gonna do this 2-month diet, 3-month diet, and this is what I'm gonna look like, this is how much I'm gonna lose. I'm like, great, okay. But then I'm thinking to myself, you know, then I see the same people, you know, the year after, and they didn't keep up with it, right? They dropped the ball, right? They threw the towel in. That is very easy, right? The first step is the hardest, and then you gain momentum, you gain a certain rhythm, then you keep going. But then if you keep throwing in the towel, guys, it gets 10 times, 100 times harder. It gets harder every time to start. I figured I'll share this with you guys, because I love seeing that out there, that there's still some of us, there's still somebody out there, you know, like that we can relate to. And I like it. I like seeing it, you know. I mean, we all put in the work, we all get the reward. That's just how it works.